Internet of Things, but you basically forced me to do so. So my next set of questions goes to Maarten. Maarten, can you please tell me what kind of contribution your dynamic coalition can make? I work in the cybersecurity area, and Internet of Things is discussed everywhere. It's on the top of the agenda of technical community, international organizations. How are you going to contribute? How are you actually contributing now? And the second part of the question relates to what Olivier was talking about. How are you going to contribute to this safety against DDoS attacks? Is there any way your coalition can actually contribute? Thanks.
Yes, thank you, Tatjana, for the questions. IoT is on the top of the agenda in business already for some time, and increasingly also for other policy makers, etc. What you see, however, is all these discussions are local or in specific silos, I would say. And what we do is to really have all stakeholders meet at equal level, at equal footing, to talk about global good practice issues. With that, I think the focus is different than in all the other networks. And we do hope, and via the networks of people and information, that our thinking on global good practice will be taken into account and help the world to find its place in that way forward. Now, you're right on the security issues. I mean, like anything, really the triggers are for change, that something hurts in society and something is noticed in society. Sometimes the Titanic has to sink. I'm not sure that the Titanic has sunk already, but for sure the DIN attack of a month ago that took down some websites had a clear reference to the Internet of Things as being one of the causes. Because many things on the internet today are in a way mini computers that have capacity to collaborate to such an attack, but they've not been secured fully, or they have passwords that are very standard, or even sometimes indicated in the manuals that are available online too on those tools. It's clearly a situation where we need to move away from. Security is important, for some things more important than for others. This morning I was also in the session on child online safety, where dolls are nowadays also sometimes connected. It's clearly that the level of sensitivity there is different than, for instance, from your Fitbit that you may have on your arm where you share your information from. So these levels of sensitivity for privacy, for security, and also for safety need to be understood. Security is also a very good example to say it's not one player who can do it. This is multi-stakeholder. The businesses that make these tools that go online, these things, they may need to take into account that these things are not all protected in the same way and that good security is possible. Network providers, where all this data will be exchanged, they may need to step up to their roles as well to securing the communications and preventing attacks or use of tools for things they shouldn't be used for. But in the end, it's also the user itself that should play its role, and it requires them to be aware and to know how to do it, and to be enabled to do so by the technologies offered. So all that together requires more attention, it's become more urgent, and I dare say people have become more aware of this as well. So let's go on improving this. We need the Internet of Things, we need that to manage our increasingly dense societies, but we also need to be aware of the dangers that comes with. So I think we're right on target with that, and there's much to do to make sure we're not going to end up in a world we don't want.
Thank you very much. I think that